The nice thing is I found purple heart trees, so I'm trying to get purple heart leaves. Or purple heart seeds. Oh! Yeah. Dirty dir. I knew that. This stupidity on my part. This would have been a lot easier if I would have brought some shears. And there, I think there's a base over there. I mean, I've got. I don't know. I could set up like a southern base, since this is like in the jungle, and from here I could like use it for purple heart. Maybe see if I can find some ebony. And I'm starving. This is a bowl of rotten food. I'm surprised that didn't like poison me. Maybe it did. Maybe that's the reason why I'm taking damage. Thanks for the heads up, man. Oh, that stinks. Came to visit a trader and a rift spawned in, so you had to book it to a cave. I'm actually kind of curious if the like Twitch chat integration is. I think it's. I think that's how it works. It's like a chat integration. If that would actually put like if it has to be on the server, it probably does. I know. Oh, that was bad. And drifters. A lot of drifters. Okay, I think that's one down. Yep, one down. It's two down. Three down. And we still have this guy. Alright, 4 down. Nice. Wouldn't be lucky enough to get a... you're not sure about Twitch integration? I know that there's a mod on it. It's medium... yeah. That's what I've got too. I didn't really have to worry about it too much while I was up in the tree. We still have some Purple Heart branches. And these trees are so stingy with leaves. Or with seeds, I mean. Yeah, it looks like the sun's coming up. That's K-Pop. That's K-Pop. Hold on. Do I have anything over here? No, I don't. I still don't like the fact that they put in that surface drifters can throw stones. Why did I not heal myself while I was over there? Like, in my personal opinion, okay, just my opinion, and you know, opinions are like buttholes. Everyone has one, and usually they stink. In my personal opinion, surface drifters... yes, yeah, shears is always the best. But in my opinion, surface drifters should not be able to throw stones. Okay? If you want to do this throwing stones, deep drifters, like deep drifters and below, maybe do the throw stones. But surface drifters, just keep them as... But I also kind of like the idea of... maybe what Conquest of Blocks does, where Conquest of Blocks actually removed surface drifters entirely, and they have the outlaws and bandits on the surface, and then once you get into the caves and stuff, that's when you start dealing with drifters and locusts. So I kind of almost want to check out the Conquest of Blocks server a little bit too. But I'm not picky. I like Aura Fury. There's been a lot of fun. I've had a lot of fun in Aura Fury, and I've made progress here. So... I'm not going to go running off to another server just because of drifters. Annoying as they may be. Especially trying to fight them with a flint axe. Okay. Ooh, flax. And nothing. I am not surprised. Oh, nice. Polar bears and drifters outside the hole. For polar bears, you must be pretty far north. Oh, nice. I'd kind of be tempted to go north for... There's another purple heart tree. I chopped down that one, so I'm going to remove it. Make another one here. I wonder if there's anybody that has a crucible that I can borrow. Oh, that is a big hole. Oh man, somebody found ebony. Jelly. Here's a... There's bamboo. I'm going to take that little piece of flax, considering the fact that that'll give me enough for... Oh, that's a big hole. You probably wouldn't be able to find any, like, copper or anything around here. I don't know. I mean, that ruin wasn't very far away. And nobody found it. Oh, I almost fell into that. So I might be able to find some copper somewhere. Be a lot of work to make shears, though. Oh, this is one of those. Like one of those giant ravines filled with water. And we got bioluminescence. That's nice. I don't see anything except the. There's another purple heart tree. I know I should break break the leaves, especially if I want seeds, but I'm just gonna try it. Maybe I'll get lucky. Chopping down a big tree like this takes a while. You can imagine when I decide to chop down some redwoods. Nope, no seeds. I wonder. I don't know if this is going to work or not. It does. Nice. Okay, so papyrus takes the place of reeds for the poultice. That's good to know. Because I don't have... I've got like 3 reeds. And I'm in an area that is going to be 100% papyrus. Hey, thanks for that, Lurk Weaver. I appreciate it, man. How are you doing this morning? I know you're lurking, but... There's another purple heart. There's a lot of purple heart right here. And another one. Good to hear you're doing good, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate the lurk, and especially lurking while you're working. You have a good day at work, and I will talk to you later, I'm sure. Got back to the trader. Now the polar bears are at the door bidding you in. Oh, dude, I am so sorry. Oh, well, that's not weird or anything. I'm definitely going to grab some of the papyrus roots because I believe once we actually find crates, you have to use papyrus to get to put the labels on them. You've got rocks on your RCV. You might be able to use rocks to like hit them. Hit the polar bears enough to get them to leave you alone. I don't know how well that would work. Because you know the polar bears. I think the polar bears are the ones that have the most health. I know that they're like they're the biggest. Okay, yeah, I might actually look into that. Or I might actually you can play a little bit with lawyer. Of course, I would be the crazy one that would try to talk Warrior and Chovy into getting this game and playing it with me. I have got so many branches. Okay. Well, yeah, I can understand that one. Do you know if RCV? Do you know if the class-based crafting is activated on Aura Fury? I'm pretty sure it is. Just to encourage trading and whatnot. I don't know. I'd be interested in finding somebody that could um, possibly make me a sling. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I'd be interested in finding somebody who would be willing to trade me something for a sling. Yeah, I don't think that's like that hard to that. I don't think that that's that hard to make. I think it is specifically to the um, what it is. Not the blackguard, but the other one. Uh, let's look it up here. Yeah, it requires the improviser trait, and it is just a piece of leather and or even a small pelt and a rope. So I would even be able to provide the materials. I just need somebody to craft it for me. Still no seeds. And we got high rift activity tonight, so we might just make a little hidey hole. If you're interested in this game is awesome. Like, if you're a fan of Minecraft, this game is cool. If you want to check it out, Weaver, you can actually check it out at Vintage. Right there. It's got the trailer in it, and then I think it's only like $21, so it's not bad. They're actually planning on some updates are coming up. Hold still. I want chicken. Of course I don't. I've got grass right here. Cool. And we're not. Let's go ahead and get rid of these vines. I didn't know they dropped hand baskets when they were broke. Or linen sacks. I did not know that they dropped that. That must be like a really, really, really rare drop. I've got a full stack of purple heart, so put that in there. Good. Put those in there. I don't have a crucible, so I really can't melt anything. And that is my last bowl of food. Yay. I do not have the stick stacks. It's one of my favorite mods is the stack sticks. You take a full stack of sticks and it turns into a block of sticks. And that block of sticks actually stack up to 10. So in like essentially one stack, you can have 640 sticks. Need to talk. One of the things that I need to do is I need to talk to Ninja, possibly getting. Excuse me. Um, Need to do. While we're sitting here, let's see. Actually, while we're sitting here, and I'm not really doing anything. I'm just kind of waiting for night to finish out here. Um, I'm going to run a quick ad break, guys, just for and just to kind of keep those pre-rolls off. I'm trying to keep the pre-rolls off, so if anybody jumps in, they don't have to deal with pre-roll ads. So I'm going to run a quick ad break. I'll be back. I want to do a couple of things in command-wise. All right. Of course, I'm going to have to do this through the... That's what I was going to do. I was going to get a... Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, YouTube, Discord. Um, I'll probably add a little bit more to that. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. I did add in another little command. If y'all want to find, like, that did not work the way I wanted it to. I need to figure out how to edit that so it's like more a little bit better. So there's a Discord channel. If you haven't joined the Discord, there's my YouTube channel if you want to check out my YouTube. I'm going to try to get more gaming content on there too. If you want to find a way to support me without doing a subscription or whatever, there is Patreon. We do have Patreon tiers that comes with some merch that I've been setting up. One of them is the Turtle Powered Prayer t-shirt. I love that t-shirt. And I've got it set up for the Patreon for anybody that goes up to the $20 tier and above. We do have stickers that I've got set up on there too. Then there's also the Facebook group. That is the gaming and ministry page if you want to check out that. And there's of course my Twitter if you want to join my Twitter. I don't post a whole lot on Twitter, but you know, that's my socials. And the chest is full. Like the chest is full, guys. Honestly, RCV, I think it's just me and you on. Everybody else is messing around with the 1.17 release candidate. I mean, I've thought about it. I've wanted to, but I've already put my effort into the online thing, so yeah, it kind of is. This is a little this because it's nighttime, and excuse me. It's nighttime out, and if you listen, you can hear the drifters. I really don't want to deal with the drifters, considering the fact that all I've got is this little flint axe. So I'm kind of just chilling down in my little hidey hole, and once it actually gets to... Once the sun comes back up, we'll probably go exploring again. Yeah, one of the reasons why... Oh, the current rift activity is calm, so we might actually go ahead and go up. Let me make a shovel or two. The server motivates me to finish projects and test my mining skills before the update. Yes. I haven't done a whole lot of mining, I hate to say. Mainly because I'm still in the position where I'm kind of just starting out. I mean, I've done quite a bit on the server. Like I'm in the process of having full gambits and armor. That's a thing. Honestly, I think with the stuff that we have, what's wrong, Purdy? What's wrong? Now, Purdy's doing okay, by the way. If anybody didn't catch my update yesterday, we took Purdy to the vet. She had her toenail. I don't know if she caught it on something or what, but her back left paw. She had a toenail that had come loose or got broke or something. And we took her to the vet. The vet actually pulled that toenail off. So she's missing a toenail. She's currently on pain meds and antibiotics. Which, I mean, we just stuff her pills in a little piece of hot dog, and she doesn't even pay attention to it. Just like it's gone. Yeah, but she's doing okay. She's actually doing a lot better. Come here, Purdy. Come here. Come here. Here's Purdy. This right here is actually, if I can get it up, this right here is the paw. There's a moment when you come into a stream in the middle of a conversation and you're like, okay, who's he talking about? Wife, daughter, or wait, what? I'm talking about Purdy. Purdy is my pug. This right here, if she'll let me, this is the paw in general, or in discussion, and right here is the toenail that she lost. So, but she's doing better. She's not in nearly as much pain, and she's getting like tangled in my cords. But yeah, she's a good dog. Bet also told. Yeah, I mean, she normally doesn't really scratch anybody. The vet also said that she's in really good health for her age, so that was a good thing too. So how you doing this morning, missionary? Yeah, we got Purdy when she was probably maybe a couple years old, and joyous updated chapter verse last night. Oh yeah, sure. 301 channels, 6,512 users, 42,360 scriptures. Wow. 12,692 gospel proclamations. Amen to that. Current metrics is 8 hours and 15 minutes, 47 minutes uptime. Nice. 3,539 messages parsed. 13 responses. Nice. Okay, latest scripture. Total scriptures. Oh, I know. I was just I was kind of interested about what is my favorite verse. Uh, there's so many of them. It's hard to pick one. Um, the I would go probably with the verse that I actually have tattooed on my arm here, if I can get it right there. Get it a little bit better. Job 13:15. Though he slay me, yet will I trust him, and I will defend my ways unto his face. Or yeah, though he slay me, I will hope in him. Nevertheless, I will argue my ways before him. Um, and I know that kind of goes against it a little bit. Maybe it makes me sound a little bit hypocritical. I don't know, because I know that when it comes to God, I'm not going to argue anything. If I were actually just to stand before God, I'm just going to end up falling on my knees, saying, "I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy." But it's the idea of. And to man he said, "Behold, the fear of the Lord that is wisdom, and that depart from evil is right." Now, I 100% agree. But one of the reasons why I would say that is my favorite verse is that first part. Though he slay me, I will hope in him. Though he slay me, yet will I trust him. Because that is part of my testimony missionary. I ended up getting that tattoo 10 years ago, when I was going through probably the worst point ever in my life. I was going through what I considered my trials of Job. I lost my car, lost my wife, which, I mean, my ex-wife wasn't much of a wife, but lost my car, lost my wife, lost my apartment, lost my job. I lost everything. And I ended up, I couldn't go, like, my mom and my dad, they didn't have room. I couldn't go stay with them. Is this a country song? Seriously, though. I couldn't stay with my mom. I ended up having to bunk with my friend who had an issue with bed bugs. So it was literally, I was waking up every day with blotches on my skin. And it literally felt like I was going through the trials of Job. And I ended up dealing with some massive depression issues. Ended up going into a huge depressive episode. And it was rough. But there is a but. There's a but God. In all of the things that ended up going through, I was ready to give it up. And I remember just one day I had walked down to see my daughter, and I was coming home, and I was standing on a bridge looking over that bridge, and I just kept on thinking, because I had already had a plan. I had a plan for suicide, and I wasn't able to get the stuff that I needed for the plan. I had been looking at a bottle of Tylenol, and I had Googled if just downing an entire bottle of Tylenol would kill you. And one of those days, I had walked down to see my daughter, and I had stopped on a bridge, and I was looking over the edge of the bridge, and I was thinking to myself, I could just jump and end it all. And this little voice inside my head, that wasn't supposed to happen. I was supposed to, like, crouch and not fall down. This little voice inside of my head, it kind of came up and said, well, what would your kids think? My daughter is currently 15. She will be 16 this December. This was 10 years ago. She was like 5. But he was standing on that bridge looking over, and this little voice inside my head said, well, if you did decide to kill yourself, if you did decide to end it all, what would your kids think? And that kind of stayed my hand. um, from that declaration, I decided to actually get myself into a hospital and take care of some of the depression and everything that I had been feeling. That is when I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, because what I was going through at the time was called a mixed episode. Yes and no. I was going to church, but I was kind of going to church for the wrong reasons. I was looking at it as kind of my own glory type thing. Um, and it was during that period. Yeah, it sounds more like no. um, but it was during that period that I gave it up. Ooh, we have a purple heart seed. Nice. Am I saved now? Yes. 100%. There's still a little bit of doubt in my mind in some situations, mainly because I know that there are still some sins that I am struggling with, but that's kind of more my own thing. Every day, I am constantly, as Father, forgive me. I know that I've sinned. I know that I'm not worthy of your love and your mercy, but I know that you give it willingly. So, like Paul, I stand and I say that I sacrifice myself daily. Yeah, I agree, Wybus. Some people kind of get in it, and I know a lot of times, people use the fear of hell to really impose that change. Oh no, no! I have been through massive amounts, but part of the praise report, by people using the fear of hell, you're referring to Jesus. No, no, no. You're okay. So, confrontational evangelism. Okay, the idea that we all sinners. Yes, I 100% agree. Okay, 100% agree. Everybody has all sinners. Um, but I guess one of the things that I stand, and might even be considered a little strange, in the fact that if after everything, you know, um, I get up to, I'm dead, all said and done, and I go before Christ, and Christ looks at me and he says, well, it's because of this, this, and this, you didn't make it. I would actually be 100% okay with that. Oh, yeah, he definitely did. And he talked a lot about, the the consequences of yeah, and part of that might have come from going to church and reading the Bible, even if your initial reasons were selfish. Yeah, um, I don't know. It's really hard to explain. It's really hard to go into detail. Essentially, like the whole. I don't want to be. I don't want to be remembered. I don't want to be praised. I don't want to. You know, I want everything I do. Everything I do. to point to Him. And missionary says, well, if you're worried about something you did that would keep you from heaven, then you need to read the gospel message a little. Right. Yeah, gospel means good news. Bad news, we have all sinned and deserved wrath to come. But Jesus the Messiah died for our sins, was buried, raised on the third day according to the scriptures. Yes, and why? I think you should remove the or according to the scriptures, okay? Because yes, it's according to the scriptures, but it's stating a fact. Jesus was raised on the third day. The scriptures, I don't know. Anyway. He ascended into heaven on the right hand, is seated at the Father's right hand. Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. The time is fulfilled. And speaking of, that train is coming. The time is fulfilled. That train is coming. The kingdom of God is at hand. Repent and believe in the gospel. Actually, that was like perfect timing, really. Josh Turner, that long black train. Jesus died for all your sins. If you trust Him, and then you know there is nothing you can do to lose your salvation. I guess the number one thing. Way to key the train noise. I guess the number one thing that I worry about missionary, the number one thing that kind of stresses me with that is there's one thing that I've kind of held on to, and it convicts me every single time, but it's been so hard to quit, and that's nicotine. I actually started smoking when I was like 11 years old. And I've smoked ever since. I'm going to be, or I'm 37 now, so I have literally smoked more than half of my life. Welcome back, Weaver. It kind of came into an interesting conversation, actually. But with the whole smoking thing, okay, my pastor is very anti-smoking. In fact, yes, I know I should stop. But if you are in Christ, then all of your sins are paid for. I mean, that definitely makes me feel better. And I know that, like, if I would stop, then, you know, all of that ends up going away. Like, it'd be better for my health. And the question is, do you trust Him, or are you holding on to the idea that you bring something to the table for? I know for a fact there is absolutely nothing that I can do that is going to increase my salvation. The reason for, like, the entire reason that I'm even doing this, like the streaming and all of that, is I want to be able to share. Like, you know, I gave you my testimony. I want to be able to share my testimony and share what God has done for me, especially with, you know, things like depression and mental health and all of that being so prevalent in our world today. You know, the trust in the Lord and lean not on your own understanding out of Proverbs. You know, because if we're trying to lean on our own understanding, if we're trying to build our identity on something that the world says is true, then the only thing we're going to do is be getting more depression, more anxiety, and more issues. So, yeah, I know that I don't bring anything to the table. Stand firm in your faith, otherwise you are taking glory away from the King. Can I not nap that? Well, fine. Just toss you off. Be clear, you are saved through faith alone, by grace alone, in Christ alone. Your salvation is him in him, and pray that he would help you rid yourself of that bad habit. Yeah, and I have prayed. I even went in front of the church and had them pray for me, and the pastor anointed my tongue with oil, and but then certain situations, and get ready, because when you're done with the smoking, that then it's on the next sins, next sins that he will have to focus on. Yeah, true. Which, I mean, he's done a number. I've had plenty of sins and issues that he's been working on. I'm not saying that I'm perfect by any means, and I never would be. I just know that, yeah, I'm gonna say this, and I'd stand on it. It doesn't end until you stand before him. It's called sanctification. So stop with the sin of doubting his finished work. Philippians 4:6-7. Be anxious for nothing, but in everything, by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all comprehension. Why NASB? I like it where it says the peace that passes all understanding. I like that translation. I don't know if I prefer ESV. I know that a lot of people has been using ESV. I've kind of been using ESV a little bit myself. I mean, I was brought up in King James and New King James. Oh, okay, so you can... Dude, that's awesome. That is awesome. So you can, like, you can set which ones it plays. Available Amplified is there too. Nice. Amplified, ESV, default KJV, NASB, NIV, NKJV. I need to get food. I have some food. Web, look up by typing Gen 1:1 or 2 Timothy 3:16-17 NIV commands. Help, join channel, verse of the day, random. Oh, there's random. Next, previous, leave channel, my info, channel info, support status, set command prefix, set verse of the day, gospel evangelio, which is and gospel message. It remembers your last reference and sets that as your preferred. So from then on out, it will be that, and you don't need to keep specifying it. 2 Tim 3:16-17. All scripture is breathed out by God and profitable by teaching, for reproof, for correction, and for training in righteousness, that the man of God may be competent and equipped for every good work. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, 2 Timothy is awesome. We were doing there's a big Purple Heart tree. We were doing a ministry class in my church, and that was probably one of the first things that we went into was Timothy and 2 Timothy. Hey, what's up? What's going on, Dragon? Missionary was showing me some of the cool things with chapter verse. I do like Amplified, though. Amplified is actually kind of cool because I have an Amplified study Bible. The thing is like that thick. It's huge. You have church later today. My wife was saying that we need to get back into Wednesday church, and I 100% agree. Weaver's so excited for season 7 of Sea of Thieves. What are they adding in season 7? Okay, it's Witness Wednesday. Time to go and share the good news with the killers in DayZ. Well, you have yourself a good one, missionary. I appreciate you stopping by. And God bless you, bro. Have a blessed day. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I hope you have a blessed day as well. Following commands from our King. Therefore, encourage one another and build one another up, just as you are doing. Nice. I love that. He does that all the time, too. His exit stage right, dropping Revelations 22:21. And the grace of the Lord Jesus be with you all. Amen. Might want to watch the... I will have to do that. The only thing I'm doing is like trimming trees here, trying to get more purple heart seeds. If I can manage to get one more, I think I'm just going to call it a day. Probably head back to base. But yeah, this wood is really cool. It's got a little like a purple texture in it, and when you turn it into planks, it's like a purple colored plank. You can buy boats, which I'm not sure if I'm going to buy or not. What do you mean by buy boats? Like the rowboats? I'm curious what you mean by being able to buy boats. Oh, you can purchase and own your own galleon, brigantine, and sloop. Name it, decorate it, and more. And called Captain Updates. Oh, okay. I think it would be cool if you can, like, decide to make your crew bigger than 4, even on a galleon. So like if you have enough friends, you could like have a crew of, you know, 10, 12. You know, like on a ship, a crew was bigger than 4 people. I think it would be a really cool feature for the captains only, like where you have to buy your own boat in order to do that kind of. Yeah, kind of do it more like an MMO. So you start out as just a crew member, okay, and you would actually have to find somebody in order to. You would have to find somebody who owns a boat in order to sail. All right, and then from there you start building up money. And once you have enough money, you can decide to buy your own boat and become a captain of your own crew. That would be cool. It is a one-time purchase on the ships. You have a logbook that tells you things like how many voyages you've done. Oh, cool. I'm still wondering what happens when your boat is sunk. You just lose it, or does it respawn like it does right now? I don't know. Because that would really stink if it just decides to go poof. You know, after you spend all this money and. That's K-Poc. Probably, you know what, I think I've got enough for one more axe. I think it respawns. Um, that's my biggest question right now, and I'm going to wait for others to answer that before I buy a boat. But you say I think, and I want to guarantee, not think, right? After I take down all of these branches, I probably still am. Oh wait, no, I did get another. I did get another seed. And here comes the train. It'd be cool if I picked another one up. Yep. I hear that train a-comin'. It's coming round the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. Well, I'm stuck on stream of streaming, and time keeps dragging on. One of the things that I want to do, and I have actually been meaning to do it, is that song that goes, dream, dream, dream when I'm with you. And it goes something along the lines of, all I gotta do is dream. I want to get the lyrics to that and write a parody about streaming. I mean, okay, we can work with that, because this is the reason why I wanted to come over here. I wanted to get this. You don't know that one? It's an older one. Everly Brothers, I think, is the original singers. I think it's literally titled "Dream, Dream, Dream." But I want to take and make a parody of it about streaming. You actually got me on that one, Weaver. It's not quite the same as the Vintage Story Wolf, but it is like it's a wolf. I need another flint. There's another flint. Actually, 2 more flint. Yeah, yeah, that's like golden oldies, man. But I think it'd be fun to make a parody and do that as a channel reward. Even to the point where I had to pick up my guitar and play it. Which there is another channel reward in chat, guys. It took the place of Decide My Next Game. I will probably put the Decide My Next Game back in, so I'm not gonna like completely ignore that. If anybody wants to say, "Hey, I want you to play this," because I do kind of want that option in there. I don't need the vines. I believe it or not, I would actually rather have the dirt than the vines. And I think it is time for me to go. AC/DC, Metallica, Three Doors Down, Bon Jovi. Oh yeah, man, you're talking my language. All of them great, great artists. Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer, It's My Life, Metallica, Enter Sandman, One. That's another great song. Even though ooh, is that copper? That is copper. Okay, what we've got vine tips that we can get rid of. Okay, let's see here. We'll get rid of the feathers. Oh yeah. I love me some Three Doors Down. And my guitar's in there. I can play the beginning of Kryptonite. I can't play all of it, but I can play the beginning of it. Oh, Eagles too. I love the Eagles. On a dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair, the warm smell of colitas rising up through the air. Iron Maiden, yeah. I'm not a huge Iron Maiden fan, but they've got some good songs. See here. Motley Crue's got some good ones. Guns N' Roses. Poison, that's another good one. Yes, Pink Floyd. I mean, the list goes on. It really does. I don't have a hammer, so I can't break this down. More copper? Like, I don't think anybody's been up here. I know this one's a little newer, but he still has the same classic style. Joe Bonamassa. I've never heard of him. Is this poor? Yeah, it's poor, so we're not going to be able to pick it up. Not unless we get rid of something. I don't need to bone. Um, there's Bad Company, Winger. Um, I think I mentioned Poison. Poison is another one that I like a lot of. A little surprising actually because he got to tour with several of the guitar legends as early at the age of 12 for playing his slide guitar. Nice. Yeah, I love Chovy too, because Chovy comes into chat and he'll drop like metal covers of Christian, metal covers of Christian songs and metal Christian songs, which is like awesome. Because I've always gotten into kind of like the metal-esque Christian rock. Need to find my way back. Okay, so I need to actually go south. I was going north. I need to go south. Slow Gin, probably one of my favorite albums of all. There's only one song that I don't care for, even though okay. I'll have to look them up, see if I can find something on YouTube about them. I'm full up. I kind of want some of the red ferns though. I don't need all of these sticks. Like, I seriously don't need all of these sticks. No, OCV. I don't know if you're still in chat, but have a good one, man. And I was... okay, so you are still in chat. Have a good sleep. Sweet dreams. You still saw it? Nice. We've got crimson green. We've got some brown green. We've got some crimson orange. As a medium. Oh, I appreciate the lurk, dude. You have yourself a good one. And God bless you, bro. Yeah, this either hasn't been updated or This is like some... I don't know why this is saying that there's snow here. The map is showing this area as white. I don't know. I'm confused. Where are we at? Oh, we're right here. And I'm getting to the point that I'm hungry. I sent you a YouTube music link to a playlist. Oh, nice. Thank you, Dragon. I appreciate that. Oh, we got a temporal storm on the way. Did not realize that. I need food. Yay, berries. Right. You said he's newer, so I can understand. I understand that he's modern. He's a modern band. Back when classic rock was brand new. Nice. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check them out. That's the T. Like this down here is the TL. I need to go back to base. Yeah, that makes sense. It was like somebody was doing some major terraforming down this way. Oh, nice. I'm just dropping berries. So I'll just take my little stack and I will run back. Hold on. Is there... a bed in here? There is. Is this another TL over here? No, no, no. This is something that somebody built up. It leads to a translocator. So I'll go down and show you. This here is a translocator that will actually teleport you to a different area. It actually says 50, 243, 21, 682. Yeah, Ninja's probably getting ready to get on here soon. Oh. I still want to get back to base, so I might like chill out a little bit. But I'll definitely meet you there. Want to... $243. Yeah, Illuminati confirmed. Colorless red and symbol. All right. F in the chat. Yeah, it can be. Oh. Honestly, I might be able to get through the translocator and into the other base, which probably has a place to say too. And then after that, make my way back to my base. Yeah. Go ahead and put the flint in there. Honestly, there's not a whole lot going on right now. We're kind of chilling, waiting for the temporal storm, which is going to be here anytime now. A hydrate, posture check, and stretch. Okay, hydrate. I actually need to go get some more. I'm out of coffee. So, that actually gives me a perfect time for a posture check and to get a good stretch in. In fact, actually, um, I appreciate it, YWAS. What I think I might do, even though we're probably not going to be too much longer before we go ahead and call it a day, I'm going to go ahead and take this temporal. So this is what the translocators do. It literally teleports me to another position. Um, Need to get up out of here so I'm not dealing with the gear going down. Alright. Uh, so I need to get a refill or something to drink. You got me to finish off what was left in these two things. Um, get a good stretch in. So if you don't mind, I'm actually going to take a quick break. Maybe 5-10 minutes to get everything taken care of, bio break, and all of that, and I will be right back. All right, guys? And I'm going to go ahead and run an ad, too. Alright, I'm back. I got some tea. I took a bio break. Took Purdy out so she could have a bio break. And now we have the long and arduous journey of getting back home. So we got to go up here and just follow this road north. Yeah, it looks like just follow this road north and we should get back to our base. Better close the door, that way drifters and stuff don't get in there. Sorry, Wolf, I'm gonna grab your resin here. And this is gonna be a... It's not yellow. What's not yellow? I'll follow the yellow brick road. Right. Okay, I gotcha. I gotcha. No resin on that one. Oh, okay, it's a horse. I still never found any limestone or chalk. That's another TL. Eh. And drifters. Juke. Yeah, I think once I get back to base, I'm gonna go ahead and call it for now. Might be on later today, and we'll do some panning. See if I might be able to get some lore books and kind of go into a little bit more of the story. wonder, like, what does he mean? And honestly, with that much bony soil, we might be able to get enough silver and gold to make some black bronze. That'd be nice. I still need to do a little bit of terraforming on my island. Give myself some more farming space. I can't get in there. That is one of the things that's nice about playing on a server is you have all of this infrastructure already built. It's going to be interesting if they decide to go to a new map. They've been talking about it, especially with the new update. I think it'd probably be best waiting until the 1.18 update to go to the new map, in my personal opinion. I know we're getting close. Oh yeah, we're almost there. We'll probably cut off and start heading this way. Alright, so goals for next stream are going to be see if I can do some more terraforming in this area and kind of bring this this piece of island across this way. Maybe meet up with that. I'm pretty sure our charcoal is done. So I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Give this charcoal so we can actually make some tools next stream. Of course you are. Yeah, maybe in here. Oh yeah, there we go. I don't need an axe, I need a shovel. Put those back in there. Put that up. that up. I'm gonna finish getting this charcoal. Honestly, this is a bit of a. This was a bigger charcoal hole than what I expected. I'm not complaining, mind you. I mean, it looks like we might actually have over a stack of charcoal here. Where is the raw wood? Looks like that's where I got raw wood. I'm gonna put purple heart in here. And then we've got some copper that we're gonna throw in there. Put the 2 purple heart seeds we collected in there. And go out and... Oh, I have one more. Okay, put you up. Actually, I will stick you in here. I have 15 oak seeds. I need to plant those. That should get it hot enough. Maybe. Yeah, we'll find out. Yeah, that's hot enough to pour. I need to fire this. Alright, that seems like that's a pretty good stopping point. As I said, there are a few things I want to do. I want to expand this little jaunt on the island. I might actually, I hate to do it because I've already done so much work in setting up the pit kilns and all of that, but I kind of want to like branch off maybe this way, and if we do that, so if we clear out this, okay, and just leave this as is, leave the plot here, which honestly, what's the, oh yeah, we should be able to plant some more flax too. So we might plant some more flax. But instead of having the pit kilns over there, jaunt the pit kilns over this way. I want to put another anvil here. But if I set the pit kilns here, coming this way, I could actually kind of add in a little walkway here that I'll come out this door and I can go over to the pit kilns. I think would be nice. So we might end up doing that. I want to expand from that island over this way. That way, that'll give us plenty of like space for farms and stuff here. And then back here, where I've kind of already got the flowers, I need to head down here, where we have the bees, I need to get our full skeps, because they should be full by now, and transfer our bees here so we can start working on our apiary. And, of course, last but definitely not least, I am definitely planning on the next time around break this so maybe we'll get some more chances for horsetail. Definitely next time around, I'm probably going to end up doing some panning and pan some of that boning soil. That way we can see if we might be able to find some lore books, and we can actually explore a little bit more of the story behind how we got to where we are now in this game. So thank y'all for hanging out. I appreciate it. I really, really do. And I will probably be on later, probably after dinner or so. So 5 o'clock my time. Maybe I'll actually be able to stream a little bit later instead of getting really tired. So I'm just a dreamer, a streamer. I stream my life away. Your higher power may not be God or Jesus Christ. I guess we'll just have to agree to disagree. Without each other's help, there ain't no hope for us. Why can't we just not be enemies? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You might say I'm a dreamer, dreaming of better days. You might say I'm a streamer, streaming my life away. But I'm not the only one.